So it says there, and the one of them whose name was Cleopas, answering said unto him, Art thou only a stranger in Jerusalem, and hast not known the things which come to pass there in these days? And he said unto them, What things? And they said unto him, Concerning Jesus of Nazareth, which was a prophet, mighty in deed, and word before God and all the people. And how the chief priests and other rulers delivered him to be condemned to death, and have crucified him. But we trusted that it had been he which should have redeemed Israel. And beside all this, today is the third day since these things were done. Yea, and certain women also of our company made us astonished, which were early at the sepulchre. And when they found not his body, they came, saying that they had also seen a vision of angels, which said that he was alive. And certain of them which were with us went to the sepulchre and found it even so as the women had said, but him they saw not. Then he said unto them, O fools and slow of heart, to believe all that the prophets have spoken. Ought not Christ to have suffered these things and to enter into his glory? And being at Moses and all the prophets, he expounded unto them and all the scriptures the things concerning himself. And they drew nigh unto the village whither they went. And he made as though he would have gone further. But they constrained him, saying, Abide with us, for it is toward evening, and the day is far spent. And he went in to tarry with them. And it came to pass, as he sat and meat with them, he took bread and blessed it, and brake and gave to them, and their eyes were opened. And they knew him, and he vanished out of their sight. And they said one to another, Did not our heart burn within us while he talked with us by the way, and while he opened to us the scriptures? So, at the point that Jesus has resurrected and he had appeared to his disciples, and they did not realize that it was him. But at the same time, they had like that, that sixth sense that there's something in there that resonates with that person that they don't know up until he showed them that sign where he sat with them in the broken bread. So that yearning was there because of that practice that he did. Okay? The focus is becoming like Jesus begins with a desire to be like Jesus. So what does it mean? My question to you, church, is what does it mean to be like Jesus? Okay? What does it mean to be like Jesus? What in the scriptures have you learned? Or how can you tell somebody that I'm a follower of Jesus and these are the things that I do to be like Jesus? Anybody?
I think Paul gave a great example to this, and that's why Paul was able to say, he didn't even say, he says him. Now in that way, Paul said, be followers of me, even as I am a follower of Christ.
Mm-hmm.
Because Paul was living a Christ life. You see, he was following the example of Christ, and whatever Christ did, whatever happened, whatever he do, he did the same thing. Now, us today has to follow this same example. Now, I am not going to tell you follow Paul, but I will tell you follow the example of Christ, so that you could be like him.
So what are some of those examples or some of those disciplines that would help us to grow in spiritual maturity and develop a better relationship with Christ? What are some of those? You see, prayer is one of them. The disciples prayed. Okay? What about fasting? Okay? What about worship? Fellowship? Celebration? Okay? When we have people that come together and we celebrate Christ, we celebrate the things that we are in, or He has commended us to celebrate. Service. Okay, these are a few of the things that so when you delve in those things, and we'll go into the lesson, we'll talk about that, but when you delve in these things and you commit you make a habit of doing those things, you are experiencing those disciplines of Christ. Okay? So it says there, throughout this study, the focus will be on understanding and applying the life of Jesus and on how to emulate Him, emulate means to be more like Him, so we can grow closer to the relationship God desires with His people. The disciplines covered in these lessons should be considered key ingredients of a robust spiritual life. That said, the list provided is not exhaustive.